I wanted to first ask, how did you two find each other? When was your first experience seeing Wanita perform or hearing her sing? What was the first kind of like connection? And did you immediately know, I need to make a film about this woman? She's incredible, the queen of honky tonk.
I was contacted by someone just randomly, a friend of a friend, suggested go up to Tamworth to film this woman named Winita, and I went, yeah, okay, I'll do that. Why not? And it was pretty soon after that I kind of walked into the whole situation, kind of walked in with the camera going, and met Winita, and immediately kind of went, oh, there's something going on here. I'm kind of interested in this. I'm very interested.
Definitely something going on.
What's your version of that, Winita?
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with that. Yeah, well, I've known for 50 years there's something going on with me, you know. He's only known for about 8 years or something, you know. But yeah, he's embroaching upon the tip of the iceberg.
Wow, I love it. We see the beginning, a taste. So did you feel immediately like, yes, I want this guy to make a film about me. I'm ready. Follow me around for, say you filmed for 8 years. It's pretty amazing.
Well, absolutely. Once we clarified that he was to follow me around and nothing was to be choreographed, it was just, hold on by, the seat of your ass, or, your underpants if you're wearing any. And once we established a bit of ground rules, just candid, follow me around. Yep, I was happy to have him follow me around forever then. Yeah.
I love it. And that was something that was very important to you, like that it wasn't planned or choreographed. It was all very natural.
Exactly. Yeah. Just I wanted everything to be as it is, to get the best representation of of me, which I think he's successfully achieved, him and his crew, Maddie and his crew, that is. Yep.
And that's
you're beautiful. I love your eyes. You're so beautiful, you dear little thing.
Goodness. Thank you. You're so kind. I love your music and everything about you. I want to go to a show.
Thank you. Well, invite me to England and I'll be there.
Please. Oh my goodness, that would be incredible. It's funny, I'm actually from the States, so it was fun to watch in the film, like go back to Nashville. I was like, oh.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask about sort of the filming process. He just sort of followed you around, but also, did you ever feel like, oh, this is a day that I don't want filmed, this is a day I don't want recorded? Or did you just always feel like no matter what?
No. Yeah, well, often I could wake up a bit, whatever, a bit tired or whatever, and think, oh shit, I don't feel like this today. But I'd be right. I'd be ready before everyone else. Ready to present in relative clothing or whatever, and just it wasn't a problem. None of it was a problem. Yeah.
And did you enjoy the filming process?
Yeah, I love it. I'm a bit of an exhibitionist, as you can see. Yeah, so it's all right. No holds barred with me. I've bloody blatantly splayed my entrails on the tarmac as the jet's gone off. So, I don't mind being on show.
I love it. So can you talk a little bit about sort of the process of getting to America and how the donation and what that made possible for you, and sort of how that sprung board into the album that we're now promoting with the film, and kind of everything that's come from that trip?
Well, it's been suggested that, it was a lifelong dream, and that, I'd sort of held back in fulfilling that, but for reasons and what probably a lot of people have assumed, I was just doing other things, and it was just something I always put to the back burner. And I thought, shit, I'm getting too old. I better start doing something. Let's do this. And it just so happened that Maddie and all them were there filming, so it all become part of it, and it actually in the end become the story itself. Well, it become a mission in the story. All right, this crazy woman's got to get to America, fulfill the objective, execute the function, and make a bloody CD, you know, which we did. Which we did, you know, we executed the function. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, there it is.
Yeah.
Well,
So
oh
is
yeah,
it
that's
really-
that's the vinyl. That's the album. Yeah.
I had to buy this on yeah, $50.
Oh, cool.
Amazing. So I assume you're the #1 fan.
Well, she's got some pretty big fans, but I'm up in the top 10. Top
Okay.
10
Did
Australia, yeah.
Awesome. He has to say that, otherwise to jeopardise his genitals probably. You know.
Oh,
That's
of
right.
course.
Well, I wouldn't like to go into competition with, you know, there's various people. I won't mention it by name.
Yeah, there's a few. I've got a few fans that are they sort of get a bit obsessed and a bit possessive. So Maddie's got to be very careful. You know, he's got to be
naturally.
Yep.
Do you find that your fans in Australia are different from your fans elsewhere? And do you think that the film is going to affect sort of where your fan base is located, where it's centered?
I think a person's a person. I don't think geographical location or anything alters that. A person is a person, and a fan is a beautiful, humble person that obviously respects what I'm doing, my integrity, what I'm about. So I don't care where they're from, and I certainly haven't noticed any difference. Fans overseas generally. I don't know, a bit more expressive in some countries, a bit more expressive in some countries to that of others. You know, Australia is very much a sporting nation. So you go to other countries, like when I was in Sweden and America, and that people are, I think, tend to be a bit more passionate about musicians. So, but a person's a person, irrespective of location. You know, I just love everyone. I love your eyes. They look like a Jersey cow.
Oh, thank you. I'm from New Jersey.
There you go. Yeah.
I am. Do you feel that the film is going to open up new audiences, new ages? Like, I feel like I'm 20, and most of my peers don't listen to honky tonk music. But then as I was watching the film, a few of my roommates were walking in and out, and they were like, what are you listening to? Like, what's on right now?
Well, I've got a divided audience, because I initiated as straight honky tonk because that's what I was told I was good at. But I believe I'm with my original songs and the beautiful material I've got access to, the songwriters, and just as how I've developed as an artist over the years. I'm blues, I'm rock, I'm punk, I'm whatever. You know, I've been labelled myself, so they say, but initially labelled myself, but later on substantiated as the Queen of Honky Tonk. So I thought, I'll just be good at that. I'll do that. But there's so much more going on, and I'm sort of learning as I'm getting older, which I never thought was possible for me to be commercial, because I'm bloody crazy, and my music is so eclectic. I think I'm getting more commercial as I get older, and I'm not just a honky tonk. Everything. But I am still your queen, your gracious queen.
Of course.
Of honky tonk. There.
And do you feel that your kind of fusion style of so many types of music is going to be like sort of opening up this country music industry? I feel like it's a little bit, not necessarily closed or anything, but I feel like it's hard to approach sometimes, as it's such a tight-knit community.
Well, honky tonk is a subgenre now of country music, and I'm not country pop. So I think I've created my own genre of country music to suit myself. I didn't want to do country pop, but I wanted to be exciting and you know, vivacious and you know, stimulating to all people. So when I found that I could express a bit of a Janis Joplin element into a pristine country song, and almost sing at times with you know, operatic velocity, and then cut straight from that up the next octave and start screaming my head off, it sort of created an exciting element to my music without having to go to pop music in order to express country music, You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, so if that makes me appealing and commercial, which or you know, more commercial, or you know, as I said, appealing to the young people, that's great, because I love young people, and I'm getting more and more reassured and reminded that I'm pretty cool, you know, with young people. And you're young.
You're very cool. You're very
Yeah.
cool.
You're
I can
awesome.
promise you. So during the filming process, did you ever feel like there was a time where you were, this is, I guess, more of a like angling question. Did you ever feel like you had to specifically angle the film towards an audience, or was this just a wide appeal, or is it just presenting Wanita as she is, and the people who are compelled are compelled?
Is that question? Oh, that's for
That's a
me.
question for everyone. I want to know what both of you.
Well, I didn't think about that stuff at all, which is very unprofessional. And I should be looking at demographics and thinking about, you know, aimed at this age group and this style of person. But I didn't think about it at all. I just tried to make something that I liked, really, something that I dug, and I was lucky enough to work with other people who dug the same kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I didn't think about broad appeal. We just wanted to get to the end of the goddamn edit. It took 10 months. I was shitting myself the whole time, you know, because you've got some funding and there's various people waiting for you. I think we had a schedule of 3.5 months for the edit. It took 10, and I was in the fetal position on numerous occasions, but very, very relieved at the end. So I wasn't thinking about that stuff now. Wanita?
And you?
Yeah. Well, sorry, love.
No,
well, I found out after sort of the filming that the film had taken sort of on the dialogue of me, of my journey to America, and that was the main focus of the film. I initially thought it would be a whole cross section of my life, and there'd be more emphasis on various other things. But I mean, every story needs some sort of you know, discipline or momentum or whatever. So the film is quite a significant focus on my endeavours to get to America and record a great album. And if I'm able to achieve that, you know, with everything that was going on, and it was just a wild time of my life. You know, I was a hooker, and which I'm not now, and I was in one of them. Oh, look, the most challenging marriages, but absolutely worshipped each other. So it was probably one of the most difficult times of my life, and trying to help all these people and stuff as well. And I thought, fuck, you know, all good. Yeah, so we it's good that there was perspective and that installed, and otherwise it would have been just too many facets. But and direction, yeah, Maddie went with the direction, and it's worked, you know. I hope the world gets to see that, you know, it gets to see my integrity, and that we executed the function with the album and everything else, you know. Yeah. Yep.
And does it?
Thanks,
Are
Maddie.
you happy moving forward with that sort of like snapshot of such a big, important, and difficult time of your life? How does that feel to have that film as just a record of it, kind of like a diary
well,
that
yeah,
everyone's seeing?
It'll probably be a continuing nervous breakdown for the rest of my life, because it was so blatantly raw and honest, and filmed during the most vulnerable period of my life. But you know, now that I'm doing more of what I'm supposed to do and was designed to do, I've found that, you know, the drinking has naturally leveled out. I don't drink anymore, and I'm focused, and yeah, when you you know, I'm getting some recognition that I felt I've deserved all my life. Sorry, I got a broken finger. Yeah, if it was that one, I could do the rude one, but no, I won't do that. Yeah, just I think now that I'm doing what I was designed to do initially from birth, besides be a mum. And I think despite, you know, my daughter's estrangement, one day she'll realise I give it my best shot, and she was pretty well treated. She was never neglected, by the way. Anyway, yeah, so doing what I was supposed to do, I'm fulfilled, and if it leads to bigger and better things, so be it. If it doesn't, that's life, you know. But
it was Ellie Mae who very much said that the best thing you could do for Winita is to tell her real story, because that's the thing that's so different about her, you know, as opposed to just a product or whatever. So
to me, watching the film, that's what stood out the most, is how it felt like I feel like I know you and all I've seen is the film, you know.
Yeah, thank you. No, well, I just went warts and all. Maddie often asks, you know, sorry, I got a bit of this fluff in my mouth there. Anyway, Maddie often, you know, questioned me and asked, Wanita, are you cool with this? If this goes in the film, are you cool with that? And I said, look, it is what it is. Just I want it to be honest. I just, as long as my integrity is portrayed accurately, then and honest, you know, hopefully it'll inspire people to own whatever it is about themselves, and negative, positive, whatever. Anything negative is only a fabrication of how we ourselves perceive it anyway, because everything is unto opinion. And I just hope that would prevail, and it definitely has. And Maddie and the whole crew, I think, done a fabulous job. You know, they were very effing patient, you know, during that period when it was all a bit manic and crazy you know, periodically, and I'm eternally gracious, and to you and everyone who's receiving this warmly and graciously, thank you. You know,
it's such a pleasure to watch. We're so happy that we're able to show the film. We're so excited for more audiences, bigger audiences to see it. We're really excited to show it at Raindance. Thank you so much.
We're so happy for you to welcome us into Raindance, and hello to everyone in London.
Yeah, and thank you all you dear little things that are going to watch it. Brace your genitals, you'll be right.
And we're going to love it. Thank you so much. It's been such a pleasure to meet you. I wish we could talk all day. I would love to hear you play.
Thank you, dear little thing. Thank you.
Absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. Mwah. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. Goodbye.